Last Friday, the Palestine Solidarity Campaign, together with other organisations, held a rally outside the US Embassy to London to protest President Donald Trump's commitment to relocate his embassy in Israel to Israeli capital, Jerusalem. As a British youth movement, FSOY respects the right to peaceful protest, but elements of the PSC rally on the 8th of December were far from peaceful. Some protesters carried and waved Nazi imagery, inverting Trump's name as a swastika. Others chanted, "Jews, remember the Khaybar army of Muhammad is returning." How can we idly tolerate such inversion of the Holocaust and its imagery? How can we sit still while people in the streets of London call for the return of an army who, in 637 CE, massacred a town of Jews in northwestern Arabia? We cannot. Much of FSOY's 107-year history has been dedicated to political activism. In its founding years, early members were key players in arguing on university campuses and in towns and cities for the establishment of a Jewish state. During the Second World War, members fought in Jewish and in mainstream brigades for the Allied forces. Over 50 members volunteered on kibbutzim during the Six-Day War in 1967, and later, FSOY was at the heart of the campaign for the freedom of Soviet Jewry. Zionism and Judaism are both political campaigns as well. They're both liberation groups. Political Zionism, the ultimate liberation group for a scattered people, was a series of conferences and lobbies. It was meetings with Ottoman sultans and with kaisers. It was letters to dames and lords, to queens and kings, in the hope of securing their backing. It was also the legal acquisition of land bought and paid for by Jewish communities. Judaism too is a movement of political activism. Tzedek, tzedek tirdof. Justice, justice you shall pursue, we're commanded in the Torah. The Torah also commands us to leave the corners of our fields for the poor and needy. And there is now, long apart from progressive Judaism, a movement in Orthodox Judaism towards veganism, in line with God's teaching to Adam and not necessarily his later teaching to Noah. If thou shalt not plough ox and donkey together, surely there is also a case for not eating them. Our Jewish culture, even if not religious, is bound to a book that is at its core and fundamentally a legal text for justice. In light of this, FSOY is nothing without its political and ethical campaigns, which is why we cannot stand for the comparison between Israel and the Nazis. That's not the justice that we're commanded to be striving for. Nor can we stand for the defaced and graffitied Berlin Wall. International symbols of hope and tolerance are undermined completely by anti-Semitic, anti-Zionist vandalism. Our members are leading the responses to both of these and other injustices. It's an integral part of their Jewish and their Zionist identities, no matter where they align themselves denominationally. And rightly so. And if you want to get behind and support either of these campaigns, the lifeblood of any youth movement, and particularly ours, then please follow the links that I've attached next to this video. Thanks very much.
One day, babe.